Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, two of the best defenses in the NFL will be in action. Each ranks in the top 10 in fewest points allowed. It's the Jaguars going up against the Seahawks. With that, let's get you up to Seattle. We're standing by are our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, we are just south of historic Pioneer Square at CenturyLink Field in the beautiful city of Seattle, Washington. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Seattle Seahawks. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And when you're trying to set up a counter play, that's what a lot of people call an influence play. You're really hoping those defensive linemen are really agile that day. If they stayed out late the night before the game and they're not moving as fast, it's a lousy call because that means they're just going to sit in the hole that you hope to create just by the movement of your offensive line.
And there they got the ball to the outer third of the field, but tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, things get stacked up in there if they don't move as well as you want them to. They're probably just trying to escape and couldn't get away.
Our chance to show you the offense here, Tyler Lockett. Charles, your thoughts?
Loved him coming out of Kansas State. The third Lockett that played there after his father and his uncle. An absolute true threat every time he touches the ball to take it to the house.
To throw is Mariota. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge. Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Now look at the starting unit, and here's to you, Mr. Robinson.
Oh, I like that one. Allen Robinson, I loved coming out of Penn State. Everyone kept telling me he's not fast enough, and I kept pointing to the film and saying, yes, but he catches everything. He's definitely a threat.
And now here's a carry heading left, and he'll be taken down at the 34. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. And a look at Seattle's defense.
Anthony Barr almost defies description at times. He's built like a defensive end, but he plays outside linebacker and does it quite well.
On 3rd down, Winston. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And a look at the defense now. Mariota now on 2nd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Latavius Murray, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And now it's 3rd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, That's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And wow, fortunately he was able to get it back, but it's left his guys in a bit of a hole here. They're backed up deep to start this drive. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. They'll come out in the pistol. 2nd down, Winston. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop. They go play action. Winston. Wide open receiver complete. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Jameis now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Jameis again. Complete. Richardson has it. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But and Winston lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. They'll come out in the pistol. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Hey, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility. And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Just 1 yard to go here on second down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Jameis to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
And some room to roam now. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
First down, Winston. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. Now, that play was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Mariota now after the fumble recovery. Out to the right here to Wilson. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On first down, Murray. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Mariota now on second down. Flushed out right. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw Mariota. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's John Ryan now, standing just about on his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 36. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was that 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration, you'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
Second down, Mariota. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Mariota on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Stays on his feet. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
They come out here in the eye. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
A big play that time on the catch and run. 38 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
This is Murray, and this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier, knock him down for a loss.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
On third down, Mariota trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, They don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Very little room for error here, backed up deep in their own end, but it's a situation they put a lot of work into this week. Let's see if it pays off. And now a first down following that long gain. Jameis now on first down. Complete. Richardson has it. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Time to step aside. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Play fake. Winston. Deep drop. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And if they want to keep this drive alive, they'll need 8 yards here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A solid pickup at 13 sets them up 1st and goal.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there, hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And this one through the uprights and good. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken about the 12. Shreds the tackle. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A big play there just before halftime. 62 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, They want them on their team.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help in run support. He's going to arrive and in a bad mood.
Mariota now on second down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Bulldozes past him. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Winston from the gun on third down. Wide open receiver complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a play fake here on first down. Backing up. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. A first down throw for Winston. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Final play of the half here, Winston. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. This will be from 56 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more.
There he goes left side. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive, and when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
Second down, Winston. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquise Lee, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
A second down throw here for Mariota. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing, Mariota. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. Are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse, and that'll make it third down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Mariota sliding out of the pocket. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now Jameis on second down. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. So an intentional grounding penalty, and the offense goes back 10 yards.
Yeah, last resort for the quarterback. He couldn't get outside of the tackle box, so he could legally intentionally ground the football. Had to just launch it and take the penalty.
Off the play fake, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good. But when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Following the interception, Winston. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 12. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And some space here. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game. A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Finding time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cliff Averill able to collapse the pocket and drop it for a loss of a yard. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Winston. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Mike Bennett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Brad Nortman now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Mariota now on second down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
And he locates Luke Wilson. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards. So tough to cover a big tight end like that.
It changes the chalk, as one of my coaches like to say, meaning the normal things don't apply. All right, you used to say, okay, there's a tight end going out. We're either going to put a big linebacker on him or maybe a safety and call it a day. Now, because of the strength of that position and the sheer number of catches that they make as well as their dexterity, sometimes you have to put a cornerback on him because he might be the primary guy going out for a pass. It changes what they do defensively, and it's usually not good for the defense.
Both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. A first down throw for Mariota. And this is Latimer, complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
Mariota. And he gets it complete to Latimer. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. This will be caught just inside the 10. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Buying time to his left. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Marcus Mariota with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. And that one makes it 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Corey Grant now to return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
You know, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
typically a blitz. And even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And they get 10 yards there and convert on third. And now they're in the hurry-up.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Second down, Mariota. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Telvin Smith in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on third down after that sack. On third down, Mariota. And to the left side here, Wilson. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And a two-score game, obviously. Every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
It's a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a second down throw for Mariota. Able to get him. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. He got it stripped, but you can see the panic in his face from up here through the helmet. He was able to dive back on it.
A good bit of fortune for him, because oftentimes on a strip sack, when that ball is wrenched out of your grasp, it can go in any different direction. It can go way away from you. In this case, it didn't matter. He was able to get on it.
Cody Latimer, the intended receiver. And fourth down coming up.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Luke Wilson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. And he puts it through. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Second down, Winston. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the fourth quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. 5 yards to gain here on third down. Mariota to throw. Deep drop. Bringing it in